It was 2 a.m. when my phone buzzed across the nightstand. Half asleep, I fumbled for it, expecting another routine work email or a late-night reminder. Instead, the message that lit up my screen froze me in a way I didn't think was possible. It wasn't from her, or at least, it didn't look like it. It was from her boss. And the text read, "She's mine now. Don't wait up." I stared at it for what felt like hours. My chest tightened. My hands shook. My mind raced. At first, I thought it was a prank, some sick joke from a wrong number. But the tone, so deliberate, so certain, it cut deeper than any joke could. She was asleep next to me. Or so I thought. For weeks, I had sensed cracks, tiny, almost imperceptible. Calls she'd answer in whispers. A phone that seemed more like a wall than a tool for communication. Little lies that made me question my memory. "I'm staying late with work," she'd say, while a faint smell of another man's cologne lingered in the air. I told myself I was imagining things, that trust meant not overreacting. But that message, those words, obliterated any rationalization. The next morning, I tried to act normal. She was there, sipping her coffee, smiling like nothing had happened. I wanted to ask, to scream, to rip her phone from her hand. Instead, I watched numbly as she laughed at a joke I barely heard. Her lips curved in a way that felt like a knife twisting in my chest. I wondered how long she'd been rehearsing that smile. How many mornings had I woken up beside a stranger wearing her face? I started noticing the little things with terrifying clarity. A drawer I'd never opened before, hiding receipts from dinners I wasn't invited to. A faint perfume that didn't belong in our bathroom. Messages that flashed too quickly to read before she snatched her phone back. I tried confronting her gently, testing the waters with, "I feel like something's off," and "Are you happy at work?" She brushed me off with a soft laugh. "You're imagining things, babe." But I wasn't imagining. The real confirmation came when I, by accident, left her phone unlocked. I didn't want to. I swear I didn't want to see it. But there it was, a string of messages, late nights, weekends, plans made behind my back. Each word betrayal, each emoji a knife. And then at the top, her boss's name, followed by a line I could never unsee. "Can't wait to see you tonight. She's all mine." I confronted her that evening. My voice cracked. My knees felt weak. "Is this true?" I whispered, my heart pounding in my ears. She looked at me, eyes wide, guilty, but not remorseful. She swallowed and said, almost coldly, "Yes, it happened. I didn't mean to hurt you, but I can't help how I feel." I remember sitting there, watching the woman I loved, once trusted, once cherished, shrink in her own guilt, and yet still holding on to something for herself I could no longer reach. My anger boiled, my grief choked me, but more than anything I felt numb. Everything we had built, every quiet Saturday morning, every late-night conversation, every laugh and tear, it felt like it had been a carefully constructed lie. Sleep became impossible. Nights stretched endlessly. I replayed our life together in fragments, memories turning into sharp shards. I'd see her in our kitchen, laughing at some private joke, and my stomach would twist. I loved her, yes, but I could no longer trust her. And in loving someone who betrayed me so completely, I realized I had to choose myself first. The turning point came quietly, almost unceremoniously. One evening, I packed a bag. I didn't yell, I didn't beg, I didn't ask her to change. I simply told her, I can't stay in a house built on lies. Her eyes filled with tears, and for a moment, I felt the old love flicker, weak and desperate. But I walked out, not with rage, not with vengeance, but with a strange sense of calm I hadn't felt in months. Outside, the night was still, the streets empty. I inhaled the cool air, feeling the weight of betrayal lift slightly from my shoulders. I knew healing wouldn't be instant. The cracks she left in my heart wouldn't close overnight. But I also knew I had regained something essential, my dignity, my self-respect, and the understanding that love without trust is nothing more than illusion. And in that quiet, solitary walk beneath the streetlights, I realized the cruelest truths sometimes lead to the most necessary beginnings. Betrayal had torn my world apart, but it also showed me I could survive and eventually maybe even thrive again